There was a place right down the street called the Triangle where I used to play touch football. And of course, this is where I'd go with my brothers, and then of course he'd choose up sides, you know, and then of course if they didn't have enough, they'd say, all right, Elvis always called me Little Bramlett, so he'd say, come on, Little Bramlett, you can be on my team, you know. So I'd go out there and I'd play, and I was just one of them, you know, and they'd bang me around just like they did everybody else, you know. And but that's, you know, that's one of the places, you know, that we spent time together. Friday night on Main Street, there was a show called the Suzor Theater, and we would go to the Suzor. We would, you know, walk up there. It was about, I would say, probably a mile and a half, 2 miles to the theater. But we'd pretty much, a bunch of us would just kind of go together, you know, and we'd go up and we'd, sometimes they'd have a double feature on. But I remember, you know, it was one Friday night that we were there. And of course, this is when, you know, he first started out. In fact, it was his first song. And so we were at the show on a Friday night, and he had taped this song, and they were playing it. You know, I believe it was on WHBQ, you know, and the guy's name was Dewey Phillips, you know, was the guy that was the guy on the radio, and they kept playing that song over and over and over and over, and people started calling in. You know, they started calling in, and so his mama came up to the show and got him and took him home. And they, I guess what they did was they took him to where Dewey Phillips was, and they began to, you know, answer phones and whatever, get people calling, you know, because that's where he took off. It was hard for him to get out in public. He would have gotten mauled every time he got out in public. But I remember one day I was stopped at a red light, and this old coupe van pulls up beside me. And I look over, and he's got this old goofy looking hat on, you know. And it was Elvis. And I hollered at him and said, hey. He said, shh, Little Bramlett. I said, okay. I said, go on. I'll see you later.